The night was quiet, the kind of night where the world feels calm and safe. The stars were shining above, the streets were empty, and the soft glow of streetlights made everything look peaceful. He walked with his girlfriend by his side, there. Steps slow and relaxed after a long dinner out. It was supposed to be a normal walk home, nothing more, nothing less, but that night was different. That night would never leave his memory. It would become the night he could never forget. His girlfriend laughed at something small, her voice carrying lightly through the air. He smiled, enjoying the moment, enjoying the silence of the night. And then, without warning, he felt its highs watching them. The kind of stare that makes your skin cold and your heart beat a little faster. He stopped, looking around. The streets were empty, or so it seemed. His girlfriend noticed the change in his face. "What's wrong?" she whispered. Her voice was soft, but he could hear the worry in it. "I thought I saw something." Say, scanning the shadows, the corners of the street were dark, but something glowed faintly. A shimmer, a spark. Two small orbs, shining like lanterns. At first, he thought they were reflections. Maybe glass or light from a car, but then they moved. His girlfriend gasped. She saw it too. From the shadows, two figures stepped out. They were small, tiny, in fact, no taller than a child's knee. Their bodies looked like cats. But not like any cat on earth. Their fur glowed with a faint blue light. Their eyes burned with an unnatural brightness. He froze. The creatures did not look harmless. Their claws were sharp, gleaming like metal under the dim light. Their tails swayed back and forth, and their ears twitched as if they were listening to the humans breathe. The girlfriend grabbed his arm. "What? What are they?" she whispered. He didn't answer. He didn't know. The creatures moved closer, slowly, carefully. They were silent. But their glowing fur pulsed like it was alive. Each step they took made the night feel heavier. The man pulled his girlfriend closer to him. His eyes never left the glowing creatures. "Stay behind me," he whispered. The two tiny alien cat-like beings stopped in front of them. One tilted its head, almost curious. The other gave a soft growl. The sound was low, like metal scraping stone. The girlfriend's breath shook. "They're cornering us," she said. Her voice trembled. He glanced around. The street behind them was blocked by a high wall. To the left, a row of locked shops. To the right, the glowing cats. They had no path forward, no path back. He felt his heart pound harder. He stepped forward, raising his hands to make himself look bigger. "Go," he said firmly, trying to sound strong. "Leave us alone." But the creatures didn't move. Instead, they stepped closer, circling slowly, one on the left, one on the right. Their glowing fur brightened, changing shades blue, then green, then red. "They're talking to each other," the girlfriend whispered. Her voice was sharp with fear. The man's eyes narrowed. He saw it too. The patterns of their glow weren't random. They were signals, communication. That thought made his stomach twist. These weren't animals. They were something more. His girlfriend pressed against the wall, the tiny aliens now blocking her way. She tried to step back, but there was nowhere to go. Her eyes wide, she whispered, "They're not just cats." The one on the right crouched low, its claws scraping sparks from the concrete. The other hissed, and their glowing fur lit the alley with a strange light. The man's body tensed. He grabbed a piece of broken wood from the ground. His hand shook, but his eyes were steady. "Stay away from her," he shouted. The sound of his voice echoed through the night. The creatures paused for a second, as if measuring him. Then, slowly, they stepped back. But their glowing eyes never left his girlfriend. She clung to his arm, her breath quick and shallow. "Why are they looking at me like that?" she whispered. He didn't answer. He couldn't. The way the alien twins stared at Hurt wasn't hunger. It wasn't mindless aggression. It was recognition. The girlfriend's face turned pale. Her lips trembled. "I've seen them before," she whispered, her words barely audible. The man turned to her in shock. But before he could speak, the tiny alien cat twins hissed together, their glowing fur flashing in rhythm. The sound sent chills down his spine. The night was no longer safe. The calm walk home was gone, and standing in that street, cornered by two glowing alien creatures, he knew one thing. This was only the beginning. The night that started quietly had become the night he would never forget. The glowing cat twins stepped closer, their paws moving silently across the rough ground. Their eyes never blinked, locked only on the girlfriend. The man raised the piece of wood higher, but deep inside, he knew would not be enough. The girlfriend pressed back against the wall, her breath coming fast. Her hands shook as she whispered, "They're not leaving. They're circling us." She was right. One moved to the left, the other to the right, their bodies curved like hunters pinning prey. They were small, yes, but the energy that came off them was sharp and cold, like standing too close to electricity. The man tried to step forward, blocking them from her, his voice low but steady, "Stay behind me." The twins hissed in reply, their fur flashing strange colors. First blue, then yellow, then a deep red. It was not random, it was language. He could feel it, even if he did not understand. The girlfriend's voice broke. "Why do they keep looking at me like that?" Her words trembled. She clutched the man's arm. "It's me they want." Her fear was real, her eyes wide with the kind of panic that comes from old memory. The man turned to her quickly. "What do you mean?" Before she could answer, the twins leaped forward. Not to attack, but to close the circle tighter. One landed lightly on a trash bin, crouching low, glowing eyes fixed on her throat. The other crept closer on the ground, its claws dragging slow lines into the cement. The man swung the piece of wood at the one on the ground. The creature darted back with unnatural speed, then hissed. Its eyes flared, glowing brighter. The one on the bin growled, the sound rumbling in the air. The girlfriend gasped. She pressed tighter to the wall, her voice cracking. "They're cornering me, not you," she whispered like she had just realized something terrible. The man glanced at her in confusion. "Why you?" he asked, his voice strained. She shook her head, tears starting to form. "Because they remember me." The words froze him in place. "Remember you?" "Yes," she whispered. Her eyes darted to the glowing creatures. "I've seen them before." The man's mind spun. Before he could question her again, the twins moved as one, their bodies lowered, their claws glinting sharp, their fur pulsing. Like a heartbeat, they were ready to strike not at him, but at her. His body moved on instinct. He threw himself in front of her, the wood raised like a shield. "Stay back," he roared. The shout echoed through the alley. For a moment, the creatures hesitated. They tilted their heads at him, glowing patterns flickering faster, like silent discussion. Then they hissed in unison, their sharp teeth flashing. The girlfriend's voice cracked. "They're not trying to kill me," she said suddenly. Her eyes filled with a strange certainty. "They're trying to take me." The man froze. Those words hit harder than the hissing sounds. "Take you where?" But she did not answer. She only pressed into his back, her body shaking, her eyes never leaving the glowing twins. The creatures crept closer, their movements controlled, as if they had all the time in the world. They weren't animals acting wild. They were hunters with a mission. The man tightened his grip on the wood. Sweat rolled down his neck. His heartbeat pounded in his ears. He thought of running, but where? The wall behind, the locked shops, the narrow alley. The only open path was forward, blocked by the glowing light. Twins. He forced himself to think, if they're intelligent, maybe they can be scared. He slammed the wood on the ground. The sharp sound echoed loud. His voice rose, strong and filled with fire. "You're not taking her." The twins flinched back for a heartbeat, but then hissed louder. Their fur turned bright orange. Glowing like fire, their tails whipped in the air. They did not retreat. The girlfriend clutched his arm, spurring fast. They're signaling. Someone, they're not just here alone, they're calling. Her words made the man's stomach twist. If she was right, more were coming. The twins weren't just hunting, they were scouts. The twins pressed closer, forcing him and his girlfriend against the cold wall. The circle was closing. Their sharp claws clicked against the ground, sparks flashing as if warning of what was coming next. The girlfriend's lips trembled. She whispered only one word: "Run." But he knew running would not save them. He lifted the wood again, his muscles shaking. His eyes locked on the glowing creatures. The night that started in peace had now trapped them in a deadly game. The tiny alien cat twins crouched, their bodies tensing, glowing like burning embers ready to strike. And he knew this was only the beginning. The man's grip on the wooden stick was tight, his knuckles white. The glowing alien twins crouched low, their bodies tense, their eyes never leaving the girlfriend. The air was heavy, filled with a strange hum. It was not the sound of the city. It was coming from the twins, a vibration that rattled in the bones. The girlfriend pressed into his back, her breath uneven, her voice was low. "They're not here to hurt us, they're waiting." Her words struck him like cold water waiting for. What? The thought chilled him. His eyes scanned the alley, searching for shadows within shadows. Were there more? Were these just the first two? The twins moved again, circling tighter. Their glowing fur shifted from blue to green to red. Faster now, not random. Each flash was sharp, deliberate. It looked like a code. They were speaking. And whoever they were speaking to was listening. The man felt sweat drip down his face. "We can't stay here," he whispered to her. His mind raced. They needed to move. But the twins shifted whenever he tried to step forward, blocking the way, guiding them like sheep into a trap. "They're driving us somewhere," he realized aloud. His girlfriend nodded quickly. "Yes, they're not just keeping us here, they're hurting us." The words made his skin crawl. Hurting them for who? Suddenly, the one on the left hissed, its body glowing bright yellow. The sound echoed in the alley, sharp and sharp again. The second one answered with a deep growl. Their communication was faster, urgent. The girlfriend's voice trembled. "They're not alone." Her words proved true. From the end of the alley, faint blue lights flickered. Then the sound of something mechanical stirred the air. The man's heart hammered. He pulled her closer, ready to run, but the twins blocked the way. Their claws dug deep into the ground, holding the path. The girlfriend's lips trembled. "They found us," the man shouted, his anger loud in the night. "What do you want?" His voice cracked with rage and fear. He swung the wooden stick at the ground again. The sound exploding through the narrow alley. The twins froze, tilting their heads. Their glowing eyes blinked for the first time they had heard him. They understood him more, at least, recognized the sound of defiance, for a brief second. Silence hung between predator and prey. Then the twins moved back. They did not attack. Instead, they created space. Their glowing fur shifted back to blue. Calm but sharp, their tails lashed in rhythm. The man realized they were waiting. And then he heard it. A sound above them, a low hum. Steady and growing louder, he looked up. The sky above the alley shimmered faintly. Like heat rising from desert sand, his girlfriend's face turned pale. She grabbed his arm. "It's here," she whispered. He looked at her, confused. "What's here?" Her eyes filled with fear. The ship, before he could question her. A faint silhouette appeared in the night sky. Hidden but real, the shimmer grew stronger. A massive shadow formed above the rooftops. Invisible to the world, but not to them. The man's heart sank. This was not just about the twins. This was bigger. The twins were not random creatures. They were scouts. They had led the ship to them. The girlfriend pressed her hands to her mouth. "They've come back for me," she whispered. The words stabbed him. "Back for you," he demanded. His voice cracked with disbelief. Her eyes filled with tears. She looked at him, her lips trembling. "I didn't tell you everything." He stared at her, the sound of the ship above growing louder. "What did you not tell me?" Her shoulders shook. "Years ago, when I was a child, I found something. I found them." She pointed at the glowing twins. "I found their ship when it was broken. I didn't tell anyone. I thought it was a dream, but it wasn't." His head spun. "You knew about them?" She nodded, her voice breaking. "And they never forgot me." The man's stomach dropped. His world tilted. His girlfriend, his ordinary girlfriend, was not ordinary at all. She had been tied to something alien since childhood, and now the aliens had returned. The twins stepped back further, making a path. Their glowing fur pulsed red. The hum from above grew louder. The air shimmered again. The man clenched his jaw, his hands shaking. He whispered, "They want you." Her eyes locked with his. "And they will take me unless we run." But even as she said it, the path behind them closed with light. A wall of glowing energy dropped across the alley, cutting off escape. The twins' eyes flashed bright white. Their mission was nearly complete. The man grabbed her hand tight. His heart pounded. He knew this was beyond him. Beyond wood, beyond strength. But he also knew one truth. He would not let them take her without a fight. The twins crouched again. Glowing fur burning bright. The ship above them hummed like thunder waiting to strike. The hidden danger had revealed itself. And the night was far from over. The man held her hand tight, his grip shaking. Above them, the hum of the hidden ship grew louder. Vibrating through the walls of the alley, the twins moved in slow circles, their glowing fur pulsing like signals. Their eyes burned brighter, not with hunger, but with purpose. The girlfriend trembled against him. Her lips moved as though she wanted to speak, but fear choked her voice. He turned sharply, his voice urgent. "Tell me what's happening. Tell me the truth, now." Her eyes glistened with tears. She whispered, "I didn't want you to know. I thought if I buried it, it would never come back. But it has." His chest tightened. He wanted to shout. But the danger was pressing close. "What did you do?" "What are they?" She shook her head, eyes darting to the twins. "Not what I did, what I saw." Her words cracked. "When I was little, I wandered too far into the woods. I found them two glowing cats, just like these, but they weren't alone. There was a ship, broken, hidden between trees." The man's heart hammered. She had known these things before. "Since childhood," his voice lowered. "And you never told anyone." Her tears fell. Who would believe me? A child saying she saw glowing alien cats in a ship. They would think I was mad, so I kept it. I tried to forget. But I couldn't, because they didn't forget me. Her voice shook as the memories surfaced. They watched me then, they followed me, they stared at me like I was important. Then one night, they vanished. I thought it was over, but now they're back. The man's mind spun. The glowing twins weren't random. They had a connection to her. They had marked her. His voice was sharp with fear and anger. "Why you? Why are they here for you?" She swallowed hard. Her voice dropped lower. "Because I touched their ship." The man froze. "What?" Her eyes locked on his. "When I found it, the ship was broken. It had strange symbols. Glowing panels I didn't understand. But when I touched one of them, the ship lit up. It responded to me." The truth hit him like a hammer. She wasn't just a witness. She had activated their technology. She was part of their memory. The twins hadn't come for nothing. They had come for her. The twins stepped closer. Their glowing fur bright red now. their eyes sharp, their claws dragging sparks against the ground. The hum of the ship above deepened. Vibrating like thunder, the man raised the broken wood again, his body tense. "They're not taking you." His voice was fierce, but the girlfriend pulled his arm, shaking her head. "You don't understand. They're not here for you. They never were. They only want me." Her voice trembled. "If I go with them, maybe they'll leave you." His jaw clenched. He glared at her. "No, you're not going anywhere." Her tears streaked her cheeks. "If I stay, they'll kill you." The man's chest ached with the weight of her words. The twins crept closer. Their glowing bodies lit the alley, brighter now. Their signals pulsed fast, urgent, the girlfriend whispered. "They're calling to the ship. They're telling it, I'm here." The man's rage boiled. He slammed the wood against the wall. The sound cracking loud. "I don't care who they are, they're not taking you." For a brief moment, the twins paused, their heads tilted, their glowing fur dimmed, as if they were surprised, but only for a moment. Then they hissed louder, their teeth flashing. The girlfriend stepped forward. Suddenly, her hands raised. "Stop!" she cried. Her voice shook but carried strength. The twins froze again. Their glowing patterns slowed, their eyes locked only on her. The man pulled at her arm. "What are you doing?" she whispered. "They know me. They've always known me. Maybe I can make them listen." Her voice wavered as she spoke louder. "I remember you. I remember the ship. I remember the night you left." The twins' glowing fur pulsed bright green. For the first time, they did not hiss. They stood still, watching her. The girlfriend's breath shook. She took a step forward. "Why me? Why come back for me?" The twins answered, not with words, but with light. Their bodies flashed in rhythm, their glowing tails carving shapes. In the air, the hum from the ship above pulsed in time with their signals. The man felt it deep inside. A language of light and sound, alien but alive. His girlfriend's face turned pale. Her lips whispered, "They want me because I carry their key." The man stared in shock. "What key?" Her voice cracked. "When I touched their ship, it changed me. It marked me. They've been waiting for the right time. Now they've come to take me back." The man's world shook. His girlfriend? The woman he thought he knew was tied to something beyond Earth, something alien. And the tiny glowing twins were not just creatures, they were guardians. Sent to collect what belonged to them, the girlfriend's tears fell. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I should have told you." The twins stepped closer. Their glowing fur turned white, bright as lightning. The ship above rumbled, its shadow heavy in the night sky. The man held her hand tighter, his voice fierce. "They're not taking you, not while I'm alive." The girlfriend's secret was out, and the night had only just begun. The man tightened his grip on her hand. His heart was pounding so hard. It felt like thunder in his chest. Above them, the ship's hum grew louder, shaking the very air. The glowing alien twins hissed again, their eyes blazing white as they stepped closer. "Run!" he whispered fiercely, and before she could argue, he pulled her, dragging her down the narrow alley. The twins leaped forward, their glowing bodies darting like lightning. They moved with unnatural speed, claws scraping sparks as they gave chase. The girlfriend stumbled, but he kept pulling her. His lungs burned as they sprinted into the empty street. The night that had once been calm was now alive with echoes of claws and alien growls. He risked a glance back. The twins were behind them, faster than any animal, their glowing fur flashing bright as they bounded across walls and rooftops. "They won't stop," she gasped, her voice filled with fear. "They'll keep coming until they have me. Then we'll keep running," he replied. His voice hoarse but determined. They darted across a deserted road. The streetlights flickered. Strangely, bending to the hum of the hidden ship above, the air felt charged, like static before a storm. Shadows twisted unnaturally as if the city itself was being pulled into the aliens' presence. The twins split apart. One climbed a wall with spider-like grace, glowing claws digging into brick as it moved overhead. The other stayed on the ground. Darting low and fast, their glowing signals flashed between them. Blue and red, a silent conversation, a hunting strategy. The man pulled his girlfriend toward the old factory district. The buildings were dark, their windows shattered from years of abandonment. He hoped the maze of rusted metal and broken concrete would slow the creatures, but deep down he knew nothing slowed them. They slipped inside a factory, their footsteps echoing. The air smelled of oil and dust. The man shoved a broken shelf against the door, but even as he did, he knew it would not hold. The girlfriend leaned against the wall, gasping for breath, her eyes wide. They're not just chasing. They're hurting us. The words chilled him. She was right. Every turn, every corner, forced them deeper into the city. The twins weren't simply running wild. They were guiding, pushing them toward something. Suddenly, a sharp screech cut through the night. The metal door bent inward as claws scraped against it. Sparks flew. The man grabbed his girlfriend's hand again. "Move," he said. They ran deeper into the factory, weaving through rusted machines and broken staircases. The twins burst through the wall itself, their glowing bodies leaping through. The dust, their eyes locked on the girlfriend. The man swung his wooden stick, striking one across the face. The creature hissed, glowing fur flaring red, but it did not fall. It only grew angrier. The girlfriend screamed, pulling him toward the back. They climbed a broken staircase, the metal groaning under their weight. The twins followed, one crawling along the walls, the other leaping from beam to beam. Their speed was terrifying. They were playing with their prey. They burst out onto the rooftop. The city stretched below, quiet and empty, but above the hum of the ship was louder, closer. The air shimmered faintly, as if the sky itself was tearing. The girlfriend pointed, her voice panicked. "Look." He followed her gaze, and his stomach dropped. Across the rooftops, more glowing figures appeared. Tiny alien cats. 2, then 4, then 6. Their glowing fur shimmered in the dark like lanterns. The twins were not alone anymore. His throat went dry. They brought more. The girlfriend clutched his arm. "It's not just a chase. They're surrounding us." The man's heart pounded harder. He pulled her down another rooftop. Leaping over gaps, scrambling across tiles, the aliens followed. Dozens of glowing eyes moving in perfect rhythm. The city was no longer theirs. It belonged to the hunters. They reached a narrow street below. He pushed her toward the shadows of a half-collapsed building. For a moment they hid, pressed against the wall, their breaths heavy. The glow of the aliens moved past, silent but sharp. Their signals flickered red and green, communicating as if searching. The girlfriend whispered, her voice trembling, "They're not just chasing me for revenge. They want me alive. That means I'm important to them." The man shook his head. "Important or not, they're not getting you." The glow passed by. But then one of the twins stopped. Its head turned sharply. Its eyes narrowed, it sniffed the air, then it growled. The others froze. Every glowing eye turned in their direction. The girlfriend gasped, "They've found us." The man grabbed her hand. They ran again, bursting into the street. The glowing aliens poured after them. A chorus of hisses and growls filled the night. The city seemed endless, yet every corner only brought more glowing eyes. As they reached another alley, the twins leaped ahead of them, cutting off their path. Their glowing fur shone white-hot. Their bodies crouched low, tails whipping in unison. Behind them, more glowing creatures emerged. The humans were trapped. The girlfriend pressed against him, her voice breaking. "There's nowhere left." His grip on the stick tightened. His chest heaved. His voice came low and sharp. "Then we fight." The glowing twins hissed together. Their signals flared. And the night closed in. Asterix the man stood tall, even though his body shook. His chest heaved with every breath. His hand gripped the broken stick so tight his knuckles ached. The girlfriend pressed against him, her eyes wide. Her face pale in the glow of the alien creatures. The twins crouched low, their glowing fur burning bright white. Behind them, more glowing eyes appeared, smaller alien cats emerging from the shadows. The street was no longer empty. It was a hunting ground, and they were the prey. The man's voice came sharp, his throat dry. "Stay behind me." The girlfriend clutched his arm. "No, they don't want you, they want me." "I don't care," he whispered fiercely. "They'll have to go through me first." The twins hissed, their voices sharp like knives scraping stone. Their glowing fur pulsed, sending signals to the others. The circle grew tighter, every glowing body moving in rhythm. Step by step, they closed in. The girlfriend's breath came fast, her voice trembling. "I can't keep running. They won't stop until they have me." The man's jaw tightened. "Then let them hear you." She looked at him, confused. "What?" He nodded toward the twins. "You said they know you. You said they remember you. Then talk to them. Make them stop." Her body shook, but she stepped forward. Her voice rose, though it wavered. "Stop." She cried into the night. "I know." "You understand me?" The twins froze, their glowing eyes fixed on her. Their fur dimmed slightly. The circle of creatures paused, as if waiting. Her voice cracked, but she pushed on. "I remember you. I remember your ship. I remember the night you left." The twins tilted their heads. The glow of their fur shifted to green. Softer but sharp, the hum of the ship above grew deeper. Vibrating through the air, the girlfriend's chest heaved. Her words spilled out. "Why me? Why follow me after?" All these years, the twins stepped closer, not attacking. Their glowing bodies flashing in rhythm, blue, red, green, white. The light patterns were like sentences, strange but deliberate. The man watched in awe. His stomach twisted with fear. They were not animals, they were speaking. The girlfriend's lips trembled. She whispered, "They say I carry their mark." The man's eyes widened. "What does that mean?" Her tears glistened in the glow. "When I touched their ship, it changed me. It bound me to them. They say I'm the key to something they lost." The twins' bodies flashed brighter. The others hissed, but did not move. They were waiting. The man shook his head, his anger sharp. "No, you're not theirs. You're not going anywhere with them." The twins hissed louder. Their glowing fur blazed red. The circle of creatures shrank tighter. Claws scraped against the ground. Sparks flew. The confrontation was reaching its peak. The girlfriend stepped forward again, her body trembling, but her eyes filled with sudden resolve. "If you want me, you'll have to tell me why." Her voice carried, strong and breaking at once. The twins lowered themselves, their glowing bodies flashing faster. Their signals flared bright enough to light the street like day. The ship above rumbled, the hum vibrating like thunder. The man pulled her back, his voice sharp. "Enough, they're trying to control you." But she shook her head, whispering, "No. They're trying to explain." The twins' glowing pulses slowed. Their eyes locked only on her. Their growls softened. They weren't attacking, they were recognizing her. For a brief moment, the circle broke. The smaller glowing cats stepped back, their eyes dimmed. The street fell silent except for the hum of the ship. The girlfriend's tears fell. She whispered, "They're not just hunters, they're guardians. They were left here to wait for me." The man's throat tightened. Guardians, waiting for her. The idea chilled him deeper than claws ever could. His girlfriend wasn't just being chased, she was chosen tied to something alien. Something beyond Earth. The twins stood still. Their fur glowing white again. Their bodies lowered as though bowing. The girlfriend gasped. Covering her mouth, they're acknowledging me. The man stared, his chest heavy. Then what do they want you to do? Her lips trembled. She looked. At him, they want me to go with them. They want me to board the ship. His stomach dropped. His grip on the stick tightened, his voice cut sharp. No, you're not leaving with them. The twins' glow flared red again, sharp and hot. The other creatures hissed. The confrontation snapped back into danger. The girlfriend clung to him, her voice breaking. If I don't go, they'll kill us both. His voice rose, fierce and full of fire. Then let them try, the twins hissed together. Their glowing fur burst bright white again. The air crackled with energy. The ship above roared louder. The confrontation had reached its breaking point. The man raised his stick, ready to fight. The girlfriend stood beside him, her tears falling, her body shaking. And in that moment, man and alien faced each other under the glowing sky, neither side willing to surrender. The man's arms ached, but he did not lower the stick. His chest rose and fell fast. His breath heavy, the girlfriend clung to his side. Her eyes locked on the glowing twins who stood like statues before them, the circle of smaller alien cats. Hissed softly, their bodies tense, their glowing fur shifting between colors. Waiting for a command, the ship above roared louder. The hum shook the windows of the buildings, the air rippled like water, the man's heart thudded in his ears. It felt like the entire world was holding its breath. The girlfriend whispered, her voice broken. They're waiting for me to choose. Her words hit him hard, his jaw tightened. There is no choice. You're not going with them. Her tears glistened in the glow. If I refuse, they'll kill us both. He shook his head, his voice fierce. If I let you go, I lose you forever. I'd rather fight. The twins lowered themselves. Their glowing fur pulsed red, then white. Their bodies leaned forward as if ready to strike. The smaller cats shifted. Their claws scraped sparks from the ground. The man raised the stick higher, his arms steady despite the shaking inside him. His voice cut through the night. Come on then, the twins hissed. But then they stopped. Their glowing eyes blinked once. Their fur dimmed, the smaller cats froze, too. Their heads tilted in unison. It was like an invisible signal had reached them. The girlfriend gasped. They're pulling back. The man's chest heaved. He didn't trust it. He stepped forward, his stick ready. The twins moved back a single step. Their glowing fur turned blue, calm but sharp. Their eyes locked onto the girlfriend, then shifted to the sky. Above, the ship shimmered. Its massive shadow bent the air. Then a low hum rolled across the city like thunder. The twins gave one last hiss, their bodies glowing bright for a moment. Then they retreated, step by step. The smaller cats followed, their glowing bodies fading into the shadows. The girlfriend fell to her knees, her breath breaking, her hands pressed against her chest. They're leaving. The man dropped the stick, his body shaking with relief and exhaustion. He knelt beside her, wrapping his arms around her trembling body. His voice cracked. It's over. But she shook her head, her eyes staring at the sky. No, it's not over. Not yet. The ship above shimmered one last time. Its hum rolled low and deep, then, like mist clearing, it vanished. The night was quiet again. The streets returned to silence. The stars shone overhead. But the weight in the air lingered. The man brushed the tears from her face. We're safe. They're gone. Her lips trembled. Safe for now. But they'll come back, they told me. His eyes widened. Told you. How? She placed a trembling hand over her heart. Not with words. With light, with feeling. I could feel it in my mind. They'll return for me, and when they do, I'll have to face them again." The man's chest tightened. He wanted to scream, to rage, to deny it. But deep down, he knew she was right. They weren't finished. This night was only the beginning. He pulled her into his arms. His voice low. "Then I'll be there. When they come back, they'll have to go through me again." Her tears fell onto his shoulder. She whispered, "You don't understand. This is bigger than us, bigger than Earth. They marked me. I'm their key, and they'll never stop until they have me." His grip tightened, his jaw set. Then they'll learn what it means to face a human who refuses to give up. The girlfriend closed her eyes, trembling, but in his arms she found strength. The night had taken everything from them: peace, safety, certainty. Yet it had also revealed something else. A bond forged in fear, in defiance, in love. The city lay silent, as if pretending nothing had happened. But the shadows whispered the truth. The glowing twins had not been defeated. They had only withdrawn. Waiting for the right time, the man helped her stand. Their steps were slow. His stick dragged. Across the ground, they walked together through the empty streets. The air felt heavy, every corner still alive with memory. Every shadow could still hide glowing eyes. He glanced at her. "Are you sure they'll come back?" Her voice was soft but steady. "Yes. And when they do, it won't just be the twins. It will be all of them." His throat tightened. "Then we'll be ready." She looked at him, her tears still fresh. "You don't have to fight for me. You could walk away. Save yourself." His eyes burned. His voice cut sharp. "I'm not leaving you. Not now. Not ever." The girlfriend's lips trembled. She leaned against him, whispering, "Then when they return, they won't just be facing me. They'll be facing us." The man held her close as they walked into the fading night. The sky above, calm, but carrying secrets. The stars twinkled as if mocking their fragile peace, and deep in his heart, he knew this was not the end. It was only the first chapter of something far larger. The twins had cornered them, hunted them, nearly taken her, but they had failed. For now, the night ended, but the story had only just begun.